will see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
Oh yeah, gotta love it. How we doing out there, y'all? Everybody doing all right? Let y'all groove with that for a little bit. We're gonna get on it. You know, it's something about instrumental music that I love, especially beats. You know, sometimes words aren't even needed. It's just the melody of the beat, the rhythm. It's just amazing, isn't it? Just makes you want to sit back and chill. Enjoy your day. Just sit back and think. You know, on a beautiful day like today, spring is here, or spring is sprung. God, I love music like this. It's just beautiful. You know, I got my tea, I got my vape, I got my beautiful family. What more can anyone ask for? Ah, that's good. Let it groove, y'all. Let it groove. Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes you just gotta let it sit back, let it groove, let it mellow out your day. I assure you, it always gets better. How y'all doing out there? I want to welcome you out to the show. My name is Derick. I am Endeavor Empire. Sorry, sometimes, you just gotta let something groove. You got something working, you just gotta let it work. Let it work. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully everybody's good. Everybody had a good week. Everybody's having a good day, a great day. My day is always good, fantastic. I don't know if it could really be better because it's already better. I take every day with positivity. Every day is a good day, no matter what the circumstances may be or what matter the cost may be. I wake up on a positive note, a good note. No matter what some people think of me, every day is a great day. Any day above ground is a blessing. Let me tell you. Well, we're back at it again. We got another show ahead of us. We got some more listeners that have emailed me in, just want some opinions, Again, I do want to say thank you to those who continue to listen to me and give me your feedback. Hey, I welcome it, whether it's good or bad. Keep it coming. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just a learning process, Every day is a learning process for me, and I'm grateful for that. So you won't catch me going off the deep end or, talking bad about my listeners or anything like that, no matter what the case may be. You may like me, you may not like me. In any event, it's all good. So, without further ado, we have a letter from a young listener that apparently listens to the show quite often, or maybe it's his mom, but in any event, we will get into it. This letter is entitled, My Feelings. Hi, Mr. Derick. My name is John Jacob. Mr. Jacob, how you doing? I'm 14 years old, and I have a love interest that what I was wondering if you could help me talk. If you could help me talk to her, and what should I say to her? Oh boy. I'm very nervous, but I feel that she is the one that I want to spend my life with. And I'm from a small town in Montana. A small town in Montana. Not a very big town. But I'm on the outside city limits. Am I reading this right, or maybe I'm reading this wrong? I'm from a small town in Montana. Our town is not very big, but I'm on the outside of the city limits. Our state is famous for the show Yellowstone. Ever heard of it? Yes, I have. It's a show with Kevin Costner. I kind of like that show. Then it kind of lost me mid-season, so kind of checked out of that one. We are an hour south of it. It's amazing, but I really want to talk to her. She is a year younger than me, and I really have strong feelings for her. We go to the same school, different grades. I have expressed my love for her because I don't know if she likes me back. My problem is that I don't know what to say or how to say it without being a nerd. Yes, I'm a nerd. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, it's all good. Nerds are fun. I love technology, and I'm very excited for where it's headed. Yes, you and me both. Every day is a learning process for me. The problem is that she's into jocks and athletes, and I'm not an athletic guy. I wear glasses thick as Coke bottles, and though the evolutions of nerds have changed, I still feel myself at a disadvantage. Well, JJ, we're going to get into that, buddy. Mr. Derick, I don't understand why she likes the guys that she likes. He's a jock, he's very rude. I know 2 or more times where he doesn't talk good about girls. He's always talking about how he's going to hurt them by piping her down. Those are his words, not mine. I would never hit a girl. Okay, I see where this is going. When I overheard that, I immediately knew that she was in danger. So I went to inform the school principal that what he was going to do to hit a fellow student with the pipe. Ooh. Yeah, my friend, we got to get you up to date on the lingo here. Mr. Derick, I was in trouble for reporting a fellow student to hit another student. My parents were called, and I started wanting her attention. Not sure why. I don't understand what I did wrong. My mom and auntie tried to explain it to me, but I still didn't understand. I have no dad, at least from what my mom says. He went to go join the circus. My mom, I'm sorry. He went to go join the circus, and that he won't come back until he learns not to have sex with bitches. I didn't know what a bitch was till I looked it up. When I asked my mom why is dad having sex with female dog, and she says because that's what he likes to do. It's not funny, but I understand where this kid is coming from. I totally get this. My mom likes to listen to your show because she's learning how to be better in life as a parent. But the one place where I need her, I think, is embarrassed to tell me about. So I'm confused and would like to ask you, could you pretend to be my dad for this one show and tell me how to talk to the girl of my dreams? Oh, I like that. That's awesome. Mr. Derick, I also watch a show called Revenge of the Nerds. I am Lewis. Hey, I love that. It's amazing that you know this because that show was ridiculously old. I mean, that was from back in my era. But hey, it's all good. You gotta live and learn. I get it. I love the movie and I watched all three. Yeah, all three were pretty good. I don't know how old you are, but my mom says you're older and wise because you have kids. Mr. Derick, please don't tell my mom because she is the best and I don't want her to be mad at me. I don't think she's gonna be mad at her. So, sign your son from Montana. Hold on now. Let's not be getting no paternity suits in the mail now. No, I'm just joking. Before we go any further, let's just address a few things. JJ, thank you for your letter. Truly inspired, truly an honor to be your father for this podcast. I do want to say there's nothing wrong with who you are. You sound like a bright young man. I know what you did in school when you went to go tell an administrator about how you felt that another student was going to get hit with the pipe. That term, piping her down, is a sexual term. I'm going to keep it PG-13 because you are a young man. Piping her down has to deal with sex. Basically the male genitalia and having sex with a female. So take that how you want. I don't want to do too much because I don't want your mom mad at me. So that's the term, piping her down. I also see that I'm not sure that you're really, you sound like a very extraordinary young man. That's pretty awesome. I'm assuming your mom and dad are on the best terms, but hopefully they're co-parenting you, to be better. So I definitely understand that. And you gotta understand, in life, relationships aren't always what they seem. Some good, some bad, some in between. Some make it, some fail, some don't. But I guess it just all depends on the person. In any event, upon receiving this letter, I also had JJ's mom email me as well. Her name is Cassie, and I'm going to read her part, and then we'll get into the show. Mr. Derick, my name is Cassie. My son is JJ. I'm so sorry to intrude on my son, but he is a very special young man. He's very persistent, very gifted in ways that I'm sure in the future he will be good. Doesn't really understand a lot about life as far as dating is concerned because I'm scared because after I had JJ, his dad left me high and dry. So bad I had to move in with my sister and her two daughters, which are my nieces. His cousins are very supportive of him, but they are oftentimes embarrassed by him because he talks a lot and doesn't really know a lot about the outside world. I'm trying my best, but the men in the town I live in aren't really interested in a relationship with JJ. Just me. Definitely understand that. And I can't allow such a thing to happen. You're a very good father. I follow you on your social media. I understand that you have a son like my JJ. I do. He doesn't mean any harm. Just want someone to look up to. Not a lot of options here. So please also know that I'm so please he also knows that I'm talking to you because he must copy me on all his emails. Yeah, I do the same thing to my kids. The young lady he is interested in stays maybe 2 streets over from my sister. She is best friends with my nieces. JJ acts silly when she comes around, but to be honest, she doesn't really notice him, if you know what I mean. The girls in our town don't really look forward to staying around after high school, so their options are very limited. But I think some of these young girls, I think if some of these young girls would aspire to giving young men like my son a chance, I think they would be happy. His friend circle's not big because he has a lot of energy and the way he talks constantly. He's a great kid, very smart at math, algebra, geometry. He has never not made the honor roll. Oh wow, that's really good. His teacher sings praises of him. I think he is too smart. That scares me, but he is my little guy, and I want what's best for him. He's asked me if he could write to you because I said I enjoy your show. I'm not sure if you've ever lived in a small town, but not a lot going on, especially since you know most of the people in town. Derick, thank you for doing this. And if you're ever in Ennis, oh, that must be the town. Wait, did he say that? Okay. I think the town is called Ennis. If I'm ever in Ennis, then dinner's on me. Signed, Mama Bear. So, after I got that letter, I did email Cassie back about the circus thing. And we'll get into that a little bit shortly. But I do want to say, JJ, Miss Cassie, thank you for writing me. I'm sure your son is very gifted, very talented. There's nothing wrong with who he is or the way he is. Everybody is different. Everybody's made different. So I'm sure you're doing your best to raise a very, very honorable young man. I understand his social circle is not that big. And like you said, I do have a son the same way. But he must sound like he's an only child, which nothing's wrong with that. I know you're trying to do the best that you have with him, and that's admirable. There's nothing wrong with that. There are some spots in a young man's life that a mother can't fill, but she tries to fill it anyways because that's all he has. And there's nothing wrong with that. I admire that. That's the way I was raised. I didn't know my dad coming up. I knew we had the same name. I knew he was a good man. But I didn't really know a lot about him. My mom, she was the best. Raised me the best way. And I can be nothing but prouder of the way I turned out. So I think with you, Mr. JJ, I understand where you're going. You're young, you're a teenager. Your heart is filled with emotions. You're kind of racing and, you like a certain girl. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I think in time, you have to give yourself a chance to be you. Don't try to change anything about you. I think that if this young lady is attracted to a certain type of men, well, I think in my mind, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I got my red diamond tea. I got my vape. Give me just a second. Let me hit one of them. Oh, God, I love tea. Red diamond is the best. I think, and this is just my point of view, young women that are drawn to guys like that, maybe it's just kind of just a phase. To me, it is. I mean, I don't think majority of them stick around like that. Some of them do. But, you never can tell because life goes on. And when life goes on, we kind of see as a person gets older, they start kind of maturing and trying to figure out the person that they want to be. So, Mr. JJ, I love that movie, The Nerds. That movie was a classic. Again, surprised you know that movie, because that movie came out in 1984. I think it was, what was it? It was 3? Hang on, let me check. So it was called Revenge of the Nerds. I think they had 3 movies of this. It's amazing that you know that, because that was a funny movie back in the day. But Lewis was one of my favorite characters. That stupid laugh that he had. No, I can't imitate it. I can't. But it was a good movie, you know. There was nothing wrong with it. I think they had. Let's see. They had. I think they had 3 movies. Was it 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think they had 3 movies. They did a remake of it. It didn't take off so well though, but the other 2s were kind of very funny. So, in any event, I think that, young man, you have a bright future. It is okay for you to feel a certain type of way. I would say if you want to talk to this young lady, just be yourself. You know, my son, which is somewhat similar to you, he's very persistent and he doesn't know how to talk to young females. But, you know, I tell all my boys, just be yourself. Don't be somebody that you're not. Because if you're trying to be somebody that you're not, then you have to take on that persona. And that's 10 times harder than just being you. Because when you're just being you, hey, you never know. She might like the you. She might really like the you. So, as I said before, I emailed Cassie back about the circus, which I thought was funny. She told me that her ex had left her for a best friend since elementary. And it's funny because she already has 4 children by 2 brothers. Okay, that is another damn show. Holy crap. So in hindsight, it's definitely a circus, and I want no parts of it. I feel that JJ doesn't need to be around that. Well, I definitely understand that. And but he is his father, and hopefully in time, Mr. JJ can grow to understand that. But I don't think that you should take that away from him. Just kind of maybe work around it. So apparently the cheating has been going on for a while because her ex-bestie is in town. It's the town slut. Oh, okay. And thought she would change because her sophomore and junior year, she was already pregnant twice, but either lost the baby or had an abortion. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's what, oh my God, this is so another show. Holy crap. In any event, I understand the circus bit. I get it. And having 4 children by 2 different brothers, that's definitely another show. Man, I wonder if this chick's going to hear this podcast. I'm sure if Miss Cassie listens to it, I know she's going to hear it. In any event, it's brutal. Jesus. I kind of got distracted by having 4 children by 2 different brothers. How does that work? God, Lee, wonder what that's like at Christmas. Man, that has got to be odd. I mean, so are they your cousins or stepbrother and sister, or I can't even think of a word. I was trying to think of a word for that. Jeez, that's again, nothing wrong with that because I'm not passing judgment. That shit goes on any and everywhere. So everybody, let's not be too judgmental, even though I know some of y'all in the back scratching your head like, damn, did he say 2 brothers and 4 children? Yes. So either she has 2 and 2 by 2 different brothers or whatever the hell. I don't know, but that is for another damn show. Let us stay on Mr. JJ's letter here because I'm getting sidetracked myself. In any event, oh man, I can't stop thinking about this. Contrary to what people say, Mr. JJ, girls like nerds. They like their intelligence, their humor, and their traits. And most girls appreciate that. So, especially when you show your smarts, your passion, and your funny side. Be sweet and listen to what she says and learn about the things that she likes. You know, you like to talk, that's fine. Don't do majority of the talking because ultimately you're trying to get to know her. When you get to know who she is, then you can kind of pivot off that and kind of go tell her who you are. I know that it's going to be kind of nervous for you. I know you're going to kind of be uneasy because this is new to you. Just take a breath, just breathe, just be you. If at any possible, maybe, and this is a big maybe because my sisters do this to me all the time. My sisters were my wingmen. Even though I had a difficult time talking to females, well, I had a bunch of sisters. So I had a lot of sisters growing up. So they were just icing on the cake. You know, Usually when I come around, oh my God, who's that? Who's he? Oh, that's my brother. Oh, okay. Is he seeing anybody? No, he's not seeing anybody. And it's kind of like the dating game, because my sisters they had a lot of friends. My twin sister, she was very popular. And she would often have friends that were, like me. And then it's kind of hard too, because some of the friends that she had, I wasn't quite attracted to, I wasn't just this Rolling Stone or Casanova or nothing like that. I was just me. JJ, I'm what they call, well, some people would call me an L7. I'm not sure that term referred to me as I guess an updated nerdy term. I know everybody else has their different versions of L7, but I was just like you at your age, I'm 14. I love technology. I love to see where it's going to. I didn't quite make the honor roll. I was too busy being a class clown. However, I did graduate high school. Ooh, sorry, I hit my vape. But I think as you get older, you'll start to see. I don't know. Maybe this young lady is the woman of your dreams. Maybe. Just because you live in a small town, you don't have to limit yourself to what is there. It's like going to the grocery store and you only finding something that you don't want. But meanwhile, the next grocery store is maybe 5 minutes down the road. So you shouldn't limit yourself to just this one young lady. Now, she could be the one. Now, I was fortunately blessed to be with the woman I married straight out of high school because I knew that she was the one. Now, you have a long ways to go. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still growing up. You're still trying to figure yourself out. I would encourage you to just be yourself. If you want to do something nice for her, maybe start off something with, I'm not sure if you like poems. Oh God, I love poems. Couldn't write poems worth a damn, but I like poems. So I'd kind of borrow. I kind of find some romantic poems and I'd kind of borrow, write it, kind of make it my own, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if she's a bigger poet or she knew about it, then hey, she knew that the way I was feeling. With me, as I was younger, I found that romantic music often would speak to me in a way that would make me feel some type of way about a young lady. So instead of me talking to her, I would throw this track on. Well, back then we didn't have tracks. We would either record it from the radio and then we'd play it. We'd make them what we call as a mixtape. We would take slow songs, we'd record them, and then we give it to the person that we love. Damn, that was good times. Oh man, y'all remember that? Good time. Yeah, that's good time. Oh my gosh. But music, especially slow music, it would just speak to me. I would listen to stuff like, New Edition, Heat Waves, Luther Vandross, 112, Jodeci, Alexander O'Neal, and their music, and even Michael Jackson, their slow music kind of spoke to me because the words I connected with. Barry White was a huge, oh man, this guy had a voice. If you get a chance, JJ, look those up. I don't know if it'll do anything for you, but it done something for me. As I said before, young women love nerds because even though they're very intelligent, they're humor, and they appreciate women for who they are. Now, I can't really speak to the effects of the jocks because, jocks are jocks. They're athletic. They're, oh my God, I'm going to do this. We're going to go out here and get them. That's them. That's them. But they don't all stay the same way as they get older. So things can change. People can change. But some women for the time like that. Some women at the time adore that. Some women are like, oh my God, I can see my future with him. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But 9 times out of 10, it's not usually that way, my friend. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. What I would say to you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I would start this thing off slow. I'm going to put myself in your shoes. I was once 14 at a time. I liked a young lady. Back then, of course, we had letter writing. We didn't have all this fancy shit y'all have today, email, Instagram, and all this other crap. We would write letters, and that would be kind of from the heart. Back then, young lady, God, I'm taking it way back. But JJ, I feel I can connect with you because you watched a movie that I really truly enjoy, and I'm probably going to watch again after I get through with this podcast. But what I found was if you wrote a young lady, you gave her the letter. Now, I don't know how the letter writing works today. It's been a minute since I've been in high school. I don't know. But when we wrote a letter to a female, we'd hand the letter off, and she would either write you back. And here's the kicker. If you know that the female really likes you, she would scent it with some kind of perfume, or she would put her little lips on it and kiss it. And I thought, like, oh my God, she likes me. Yeah. That's the nerd in me. Oh my God, she likes me. But that's how you could kind of tell, and, you know, because during passing periods, because you're not always in the same class with each other, but you'd pass the letter off, and, you know, you read the next class, and you'd be so damn distracted by the letter that you're just so excited. Like, oh my God, yeah, she likes me. Man, God, I miss those days. I don't even think they write letters anymore. I gotta ask my kids. I don't think they write letters anymore. It's mostly just text. But in any event, find a spot in your town, a spot that's maybe quiet, kind of a subtle social atmosphere, not too noisy, not too mellow, just maybe somewhere in between, something that you guys can do together. Whether it's going out to have a milkshake or a Coca-Cola, damn, I'm really taking it back, and just sit and talk to each other. Approach with confidence, approach with ease, you know. Maybe have your mom, I'm not sure what you wear, but maybe have your mom get you something nice. I ain't saying you got to go out in a suit. I ain't saying nothing like that. Find something that you like, something that's casual, something that you guys can both do together. Maybe your mom could set you guys up on a date, because I'm pretty sure your mom wants to be there, not to be your wing person, but, you know, to watch and make sure everything goes well. Because it sounds like Mama Bear is very protective of her cub, which is fine, which is good. But Mama, you got to let your son grow up. I know you want to be there for everything, and I'm sure he wants you to be there for everything, but you got to give him some independence. Just give him something. But in any event, you know, and when you settle on something for this date, maybe bring, you know, it was me. You know, I'm going to tell you how I did it back in the day. You know, I bought a small little bouquet of flowers, you know, nothing too fancy, you know, not roses or anything like that. You know, back then I couldn't afford roses. Now they're the best thing going. But, you know, flowers, carnations or something like that. You know, it's not like you're going to a dance or anything like that. Just something that's a little bit more subtle and intimate, you know, something that you guys can sit down and y'all can talk. And just kind of like I said, let her do the talking first. Tell her who you are. You know, I wouldn't say that I've had a crush on you for some while. You can say, well, I admired you and, you know, I just didn't know how to approach you. Don't bring up the other men or the other young boys, the jocks. Don't do that, because that's not what the concern is. The concern is how you feel about her, and if she feels the same way about you. Because if she feels the same way about you, then you're going to instantly see fireworks. Oh, hold on, y'all. You know I got to hit this vape. God, I love vaping. In any event, and when you go somewhere, I know you said that this is a small town, right? Okay, so small town also means that everybody knows somebody. So you're gonna have eyes on you. There's nothing you can do about that. But the only thing you can do is remain calm, remain yourself. You know, if you see somebody you like, say hi, and hopefully you guys keep it moving. But you want the attention to be on her. You want to focus on her. You want to kind of set the mood of, hey, I'm really feeling you. I think, you know, I just want to say, you don't have to go all in like on the first date. Just kind of get to know each other. Sit down, talk about it. You know, maybe start out as being friends, and, you know, maybe it can develop from there. Don't rush into anything, Mr. JJ. You're young. You're young. So, as I said before, I'm sure you are. Nerdy guys are passionate. One of the reasons nerdy guys are attractive is because they're immerse themselves with their interests, which becomes a magnet when one of the passions is you. his enthusiasm can be infectious and be fun to be around. He'll make you feel, well, you'll make her feel like you're the only woman in the world. And that's amazing. Because like I said, it's not the fact that they don't know what they're looking for when they're that young, but I don't want to say it like that because you're young, because you're growing up. As you get older, maybe something like that would kind of take effect. But young women are in a small town. It's not bad, but there's not really a lot to look up to, but there kind of is, because you got your friends, you got your family. But the bad thing is everybody knows somebody. To them, that's bad. To adults, that's great, because you know who's around and who's where and whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've lived in a small town before. See, I lived in Tennessee. I've been through some small towns. But just your sense of humor. I know you like to talk. Let her do the talking. Don't be so quick to cut her off. Kind of understand. Kind of keep the eye contact and engage in that conversation. You know, find out what her likes are, what her dislikes are. You know, kind of work off that. You know, don't give too much. Don't say, and for the most thing, don't say my mama said. You hear me? Don't go, if she says something about school and, you know, how this class is going, and, you know, well, don't sit there and say, well, my mom said, she said, I think I can know. Make these words your words. Think for yourself. Your mom means every bit of you. I'm sure she does. It's good to talk about your mom, maybe within the first minute or so of the conversation, but let's not make this all about mom, because it's all about you. Your mom loves you. Your mom wants you to kind of develop your social circle and kind of, you know, you do develop with friends, which I think that's what you should do too. So even if your mom is there in the background, mom, you should be far away in the background, not hovering over your son. And calm down with the pictures. I know that you want this to work. So I think listening to you write this letter and asking me to be your dad for this podcast is just amazing. You know, I'll tell you like I tell my boys, just be yourself. You know, my sons are still asking me for dating advice, and they're still asking me on how they should treat a lady. You know, I'm not one to, you know, shy away from that. I'm not disrespectful of women. I love women. You know, I can't bring myself to disrespect them, even though sometimes I may be hurt by them. I might be angry, but I'm not going to go off on the deep end and start calling them out their names. That's just not something I do. Ooh, sorry, y'all. You know I love this vape and this tea. Hold on for a minute. You know I gotta drink my Red Diamond tea. Red Diamond. Red Diamond. Red Diamond. Oh, gosh, it's good. Oh, my goodness. God, that is some good tea. Man, any event. So, I think your mom means well. I think your mom wants what's best for you. And it sounds like you're her only child, which is not a problem. But I know she wants to hover and kind of protect you, and that's fine. I'll tell you like I tell my boys. Your mom is there because she wants to protect you. She wants to make sure no harm comes to you. Now, I know as parents, we can't always be there to protect our children, because I know, hopefully, that this young lady likes you. Hopefully, if she gets to know you, then you guys can form a friendship, and a friendship can perform to a relationship, and so forth. I mean, I've seen stories like this. I've seen people that, especially that I went to school with, who I thought wouldn't even come near to being close to being husband and wife today. I mean, seriously, there were some people I had a lot of doubts on. And I'm gonna give you an example. So I knew a young lady. She was always attracted to the athletic men, the bodybuilding, the muscles, and the stamina that these guys possess. But I guess after high school, things changed, because she married a guy that was in my class who was somewhat similar to my characteristics as far as nerdiness and, being persistent and on time and just infatuated with technology. And I would have never thought that would have happened. So, and when I seen it, I said, well, okay, when did this happen? She said, oh, once I got to know him and who he was, it was just like he was supposed to be the one for me. I was like, really? I was like, because, back in high school, you made it pretty clear that she was going to be with this guy. So there was some serious doubts there, Seeing you now, I'm like, oh, what the hell happened? But in any event, seeing them made me happy because people do change. And just because you see them attracted to one thing when they're younger, again, everybody has to grow up. And when you grow up and you start figuring out life on who you want to be with or what you want to be around, then it works out better for you. So keep in mind, Mr. JJ, that though you're a nerd, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, people may make fun of you. People may say, oh, you're this, that, and the other, but they don't know you. They don't know you. If they got the chance to know you, I bet you they would think differently. I bet you they would. Because to me, I love people like that. I love all people, but if I can hold a conversation with you intellectually and about any and everything, hey, that just made my day because we're on the same page. I don't like the fact of having male friends and the only thing we talk about is a woman or how we're going to get into her pants or what she's going to do for you. That's not me. That's not my thing. Not my thing. So this is part of the reason why I don't have a lot of friends, especially male friends, because the male friends that I come across, are either cheating on the ones they're with, or they're not happy with their ones they're with, or they're worried about who they're going to hit the next. And I'm not hit as in physical, but basically have sex with the next. That's not me. I mean, it's not a tally card. We don't have, baseball cards for women saying, well, oh yeah, I think I'm going to smash this one next. And then there's no. That's not who I am. So this is probably why the way I am. So you're not alone, my friend, because that's exactly the way I am. I don't have friends because I don't choose to have friends. It's because of the drama. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that that's going to be you. If people get to know you, and the same thing I tell my son, if people get to know you, then hopefully they'll develop a friendship with you. And if you don't, trust me, there's plenty of people in the world that you can make friends with. Don't limit yourself. Don't feel bad for who or what you are. And that is a very smart, passionate, funny young man who wrote a very good letter that I might add that I really love. So don't think anything about it. Now, getting back to this date, because I got a whole list of shit for you. So, you want to appear to be calm in every situation. You want to appear to be calm. When you take her out, do little things that I don't see anymore. Hold the door open. I would say for the car, but I don't think you're driving yet because you're 14. But then again, in small towns, it's a hell of a lot different than it is in the big city. So in any event, hold the door open, compliment her, tell her something that you see in her that you like, hey, you're very beautiful. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Kind of go with that. And then from there, you don't have to keep complimenting her the whole night, but just give out, subtlety. Be confident in yourself. Nothing you say can be wrong. Just don't take it to don't jump off the subject here. Stay with her and stay focused on her. And when you, and when you talk to her, keep her interested in you. Engage the eye contact. And you don't hold the whole conversation. Let her hold the conversation. And hopefully there's something in between that you two can find as interesting with each other as you're talking to each other. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What do you like to do? Movies, TVs, or whatever. And if you are a comic book buff, nothing wrong with that as well. Because I got to tell you something. Women who've never heard such things, some could be intrigued by that. Like, oh my God, yeah, I'm feeling that. Especially science, sci-fi, comic books, stuff like that. The show that you're talking about, the nerds. Again, who knows? Maybe y'all can make it a I don't want to say Netflix and chill because you guys are teenagers, but maybe y'all can make it. Let's just say maybe y'all can make it a fun night. You know, I'm not going to say Netflix and chill because you guys are teenagers, because I'm not trying to hint towards the possibility of sex, because we're not ready for that shit. No, not ready for that shit. So in any event, you can kind of discuss those things, and when she tells you what you like, kind of piggyback off, and don't go into it blindly like you know exactly what she's talking about. If there's something that you don't understand, just kind of ask her, okay, well, what is that? Oh, okay. So, and just understand that. Now, and if you still don't understand it, just pique the interest of you that you do, circle back to it later, maybe ask your mom, but just keep her interested in you. You know, keep her smiling. You know, keep her wondering why you're the one that she should just have to hang out with or have fun with, like that. You know, do it like that. You know, obviously she's going to know that you're not athletic. There's nothing wrong with that. You're athletic in a part that she doesn't understand, and that is your mind. Try to get her to understand that. Try to figure out why you are the way you are. Try to figure out why she likes or what she likes about you. You know? I mean, you're going to have your cousins to talk about, of course, because I'm sure she's going to say, oh, I've seen you sometimes, you know, with your cousins, but, you know, I didn't really. And you never know. She might be just as nervous as you are, you know, because, again, some young ladies don't really know what they want, you know, because they're trying to get the lay of the land. They're trying to figure things out, you know, but how do you know? You could be that one person to change her mind, you know? There's nothing wrong with jocks or athletic men or nothing like that, but everybody's different, you know, because they can even grow up to change, and maybe they don't want to do sports or anything. That's just something there to either keep them busy, or is it just something that they love? So be positive. Don't take anything negative. So I would encourage you to go to a place where you know that the football team ain't going to be there, or the athletic people, or the athletic department's not going to be there. So I'm not sure. I was going to look your town up, but I don't really know. Well, you know what? Let's take a look here. She said Ennis, Montana. All right, hang on, folks. See what we got here. Well, okay, Ennis, it's a beautiful looking town. Looking very small. Oh, Jesus. Not a lot of people here. Well, according to the Census Bureau, in 2021, the population is 972 people. That is not a lot. Jesus, not a lot. Believe it or not, I'm trying to look up places in your town, like where you can go or do fun. Oh, here we go. Where to stay? I don't know. Things to do. Well, okay. Well, they got some things in here. But I'm pretty sure you already know that. I don't. Okay. Well, you can't drink, so that's out the question. Let's get away from that. Okay. JJ, you're in your town, so I'm pretty sure you know what you can do in your town. Things you can do. Do something that, I don't know what your first date should be, because a lot of things have changed. Some people now do adventurous stuff on their first dates. If you're not that adventurous, find something that piques her interest just as much as it does yours. Maybe this is a part where your cousins come in handy and kind of, you know, get the, not really the dirt, but the tea, or the 411 as we call it back in the day, on this young lady to see what she likes. Maybe kind of surprise her that way. But you don't want to give off too much information to your cousins, because I know your cousins, they probably love you to death and they probably mean well. And I know they probably want to help you out. But this is something that you want to do. A little help, not too bad. But I know this is something that you want to do. So when you ask, kind of figure out, say, hey, what does she like to do? Or is there something I should be aware of? You know, things like that. You don't want to dig in too deep, because then it might seem like you're a stalker and you're using your cousins to stalk this young lady. So you don't want to do that. Just get some notes, get some few things that you might think that she might be interested in. I'm looking at your town here. It looks like a very beautiful town. Not a lot of people in here. I'm trying to figure if y'all got a Walmart here. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Well, no. This is just a map of Montana. Well, they do have Yellowstone. Interesting. But in any event, this is thing to do in Montana. This ain't even the, there it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Hold on. Let me look here. Lake. I mean, looks like there's a trail that you guys could probably do, or I'm not sure if you're, in touch with the elements. I mean, maybe a park. Whatever it is you decide you might do, just make it where you can both enjoy it. So that's where your cousins might, come in handy, or, maybe you guys can ask what she likes and just kind of surprise her. But don't go overboard. Don't do too much for her. Because when you do too much for the branded product, then that starts getting lost in translation. So, JJ, I want you to have a good time. I do. I tell you, like I tell my son, again, be yourself. Don't start rambling so much to where the translation gets lost, because when you start doing that, then you're going to lose her. Keep her interested in you. Keep her finding something to talk about that's either about you or something that she likes. When she finds something that she likes, you kind of piggyback off that and kind of go from there. If this isn't meant to be, or if this is not something that you want, then hey, you know where you both stand. So it's not like you're going to force yourself to like this young lady, because like I said, you're getting to know her. There's going to be some likes, there's going to be some dislikes, but if it's not what it's meant to be, then don't be mad, because there's somebody for everybody. So don't get yourself upset. Your hopes can remain high, because again, she could be or she could not be the right one. So as we get ready to close this out, JJ, Miss Cassie, I really appreciate this letter. I hope this finds you in a good way. I hope that when this thing happens, you guys write me back and tell me how it went, good or bad. I'm hoping it's going to go good, because JJ, you are an extraordinary young man. You are amazing. You are important. You are special. You are unique. You are kind, and you are precious. But most of all, JJ, you are loved. So we're all different, but that's the beautiful thing about us. So never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look at the world straight in the eye. So always stand tall and be proud of yourself. And that's what I feel about you. I think you're a very good young man. I think that give yourself time. Don't rush into anything. I think give it time, it will come. So the important thing is that you have a strong woman behind you. I hope the relationship with your father can be a good one. But again, that's for you and that's for your mom and your father to decide. But I do understand that your mom doesn't want you around a lot of craziness, because I get it, because that can wear on a person, especially a young man at your age, and you got so much going for yourself. So, while I do wish you the best, I do want to hear back from you. I hope that this is going to be everything that I imagined it to be. Again, you have a really small town. Oh my gosh. I might have passed some small towns, but I ain't really stayed kind of in small towns, because I'm trying to think if I ever did. I don't know. I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but oh, my friend, hold on. Get this bait. You're going to be all right, JJ. You're going to be all right. So, another thing. I don't know how the school thing plays out. I don't really know. But I think if this young lady likes you, she'll find a way to include you at school. You didn't really say if you guys talk in school or if you guys talk in class. It doesn't sound like she's the kind of rude person that would do that to you. I don't think she would. Just because she likes a certain type of person doesn't mean she's going to act like a certain type of person. I think that if you're telling me about this young lady, I think she's probably on the same level with you. Maybe you both don't even know it. But I would say give each other time, And I think you guys can do it. Always believe in yourself. So, JJ, Miss Cassie, I am always here for you. you can reach out to me anytime you want to. D6Empire357 at gmail.com. You can follow me on my socials. If you want to follow me and message me or whatever, I'll follow you back. Maybe we can keep in contact. It's up to either one of you, but you must have your mother's permission. I don't follow y'all. I don't follow a lot of young people online unless, I see a parent influence in there. But most of what I do is kind of influential, so it's not all bad. So in any event, as we get ready to close the show out, I want to say thank you to my listeners. Thank you for your letters. Thank you for your support. Thank you for just reaching out and, letting me know that what I say to most of you matters. Thank you that I can somewhat be some kind of inspiration to you. Because again, I'm just me, just an average guy, just do this, for fun. And like I said, a lot of people tell me I have a lot of good things to say, so why not share them with the people? I'm just here to give my perspective on things. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm not afraid of neither one. So I'm only human. I don't mind being called out on them. So you guys feel free to send me whatever your opinions are, or if you have something that's on your mind that's weighing on you that you want to talk about, feel free to email me. Again, email address d6empire357 at gmail.com. All social media links are posted and tagged to all my webcasts, or podcasts, not webcasts, all my podcasts. So feel free to reach out to me. So, my friends, till next time, take care of yourself and each other. God bless you.